Today we have a Chinese translator.
Yes, I think
Yes.
so.
Yes, we do.
The link, I think it's in the chat room. Marilyn already put it in.
I see, okay. Okay, opening prayer. Oh, Mother Saint Beings, especially those enemies who hate me, obstructors who harm me, and those who create obstacles on my path to liberation and nation, and experience happiness, be separate from suffering safely. I will establish them in the state of unsurpassed, perfect, complete, precious Buddhahood. Oh, Mother Saint Beings, especially those enemies who hate me, obstructors who harm me, and those who create obstacles on my path to liberation and damnations. May the experience of happiness be separate from suffering safely. I will establish them in the state of unsurpassed, perfect, complete, and precious Buddhahood. The Lord don't want to no parasipe, Tarbadan dam jen jen be barade ju barase ba dam je je so sepe. Manam ga dan yam be sem jen dam je de wa dan de. Dong har dang jar nyor de lana me pa yang da bara zo be san jo rumbo je. To barasa. Oh, Mother, thus until I achieve enlightenment, I perform virtuous deeds with the body, speech, and mind. Until death, I perform virtuous deeds with the body, speech, and mind. From the until no this time tomorrow, I perform virtuous deeds with the body, speech, and the mind. We take refuge in the Kandaru Lama and the lineage Lamas. We take refuge in the deity of the mandalas of Yadams. We take refuge in the exalted Buddhas. We take refuge in the perfect Dharma. We take refuge in the excellent order of the Sanghas. We take refuge in all the noble Rakas and the Dhamma gardens, possessors of the eye of wisdom. Until I attain the heart of enlightenment, I take refuge in all the Buddhas. I take refuge in the Dharma and likewise in the example of the Bodhisattvas. As previous Buddhas invested in enlightened mind and the progress on the Bodhisattva's path are true for the benefit of our sentient beings, giving birth to bodhicitta and apply myself to complete the stage of the path. In the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha most excellent, I take refuge until enlightenment is reached. By the merit of Janarasta and other good deeds, may I attain Buddhahood for the sake of our sentient beings. May all Mother Sentient Beings, boundless as the sky, have a happiness and the causes of happiness. May they be liberated from suffering and the causes of suffering. May they never be separate from the happiness that is free from sorrow. May they rest in equanimity, free from attachment and aversion. I bow down respectfully with my body, speech, and faithful mind to all Tathangatas and the 10 directions. Those who have already reached Tathangata state, those who are reaching it at the present, and those Tathangata state to come, through the power of Samanta Buddha's prayers, may all Buddhas manifest vividly in my mind. I prostrate to them, multiply in my body as many times as the atoms of the earth. May each atom I visualize as many Buddhas as their atoms, surrounded by countless Bodhisattvas. Thus all space filled with Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. I praise all Buddhas through manifesting, chanting, expressing the great ocean of their excellent qualities. To all Buddhas, I make offerings of various pure flowers, flower garland of amazing anointing oils, manifesting light and fragrant incense. I make offering to them of fun, garment, perfume, and purple, for highest moon, meadow, and orange in the most beautiful way. Visualize the highest, most extensive offerings and offer them with great faith to all Buddhas. I prostrate to them Buddhas and make offering to them following following the deeds of the great Bodhisattva Samantabhadra, I confess to you, Buddhas, whatever negative actions I have committed due to the power of anger, desire, and ignorance. I rejoice in the merit of all the Buddhas and the 10 directions of the great Bodhisattvas and the Pakshika Buddhas. Those who have attained Aharasya, those who have entered the path of Aharasya and all other beings. I request to all great protectors and the Buddhas to turn the highest way of Dharma as the light dispelling the darkness of beings in the 10 directions and leading them gradually to the enlightened states. I supplicate those Buddhas intending to pass into Parinirvana till living long for as many eons as they are atoms of the earth in order to benefit all beings. Whatever merit I have gathered through prostrations, offerings, confession, rejoicing, beseeching, and praying for the sake of enlightenment of all sentient beings, all this I dedicate. The ground is sprinkled with the scented water and strewed with the flowers. It is adorned with the Meru, the spirit mountain, the 4 continents, and the sun and the moon. As a Buddha fell for it, may all sentient beings attain the happiness of the Buddha first. To the lamas who possess the Tirikayas, I offer water in and sacred offerings with my body, worth, and all that is visible. Please grant me the spirit realization, enlightenment, whatever merit I have gathered through prostrations, offerings, confession, rejoicing, beseeching, and praying. For the sake of enlightenment of all sentient beings, all this I dedicate Om Guru Rina Mandra La Punza Manga Samandra Savaran Samaya Hong. Equal refuge, ornament of the world, your fame provides the 3,000 words. You are the victor, Vajradhara, Vito adored. I bow at the feet of Father Jitin Sungo. Continually, I think of no one but you. Compassion, the one grant your blessings. Dispel the darkness that surrounds my heart. Please bless me so that I can realize the unlimited nature of mind. Please turn the way of Dharma of the two words and the combination according to disposition, and likewise the mental capacity of sentient beings. Go to Manjushri. Long supplication to Manjushri. His wisdom is brilliant like the sun, free of the clouds of two words, and perceive the various steps of knowledge in the true nature. For this reason, he holds the wisdom text. At his heart, he has a compassion for all beings who suffer from the darkness of ignorance and the prison of samsara, as a father for an only son. Like a thunderclap, he awakens those who are sleeping in ignorance and losing the charm of karma through the 60 branch of Haramana speech. He wears the wisdom silver to cut the sadness of suffering and to dispel the darkness of confusion. In the Bodhisattva form, he is pure from beginningless time, fully accomplished in the 10 levels and perfect in the body of all knowledge. I supplicate you, Manjushri, adorned by the 112 Sons of Buddha, to dispel the darkness of ignorance. Om Arabhasana De Om Arabhasana De Om Arabhasana De Om Arabhasana. Om Arabhasana De 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 Om Wangeshwaramo 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 Wangeshwaramo. You who are the perfect, beautiful body, whose feeling of wisdom blesses and dispel the darkness of worldly ignorance, are posted before you and praise you, Manjushri. Dongge Tuje Shaje Reisen Dong Yin Je Medo De Je Punjong Ba Ser Je Lembo Taver Jipek Shaje Jabe Jala Soran De Jagara Benjen Bola Garden Je Pemon June Galan De Nome Tata Lano Zimbe Ganet Orjin Rambo Jela Zorwan De Dojen Janjen De Lo Naro Dam Abam Lai Jije Gambo Ba Hamudra Bajarwan de Gombe, Kaju Lama Nalai Zorwan de Rome, Jija Yenja Vodame, the Son Sanje Genja Ngonye, Ransum Jiga Ngonson Donze, Save Lama Jala Zorwan de. Good morning, everyone.
Dash the leg.
Good morning. So welcome to the Mahamudra teaching, Zochin teaching. So we're going to continue the last week teaching. Learn to dispel darkness in instruction that points directly to the very essence of mind in the tradition of the old realizer ones. So this teaching is for specifically old realizers, means like for lay people, lay practitioners. Kind of, in this term, because everyone busy for the worldly activities, not much time to focus Dharma. Same as the monks and the nuns. So then you can use this teaching to, you can get enlightenment, you can get realized. That's I'm going to share with you today. So last week we finished the instruction for the cutting through the web of samsaric existence. So today we are the instruction for the remaining in the equalness, which is like space. Is there, right? Okay. Everyone recognize where we stopped. That means you all pay attention. I think you did practice, yeah? Use this, meditate. So this instruction for remaining for the equalness, which is like space, this is a whole you should realize pure awareness of Rigpa. Once it is free from the various layer of ordinary thinking and experience, like a grain of rice free from its husk, by settling naturally and making use of Rigpa's own self-knowing or self-eliminating quality. So here, just right now, this is sharing about Rigpa. Rigpa is the nature mind. When you get into the nature states, it's like we have go through many layers, stages. So free from, this all the layers of the obstacles. So then you are free from that, you get into the nature states, it's called Rigpa. So that example here, we have like a grain of rice free from its husk by settling naturally and making use of Rigpa's own self-knowing. If you are a farmer, you know this example is very easy. So if you know farmer, then maybe you will know. When I was grow up in the farmer, we have lots of barleys, so I know this example. So barley and this rice is very similar. So many layers inside their barley essence is stay there. So you have to take out all the outer level. Even you get into the inner barley, but still you can take the skin too. They have a skin. Some who eat champa, that they don't take the skin, they eat skin, make the champa together. the great example also have to take the skin. That is a very hard work to do that, no easy one. So they also have a like subtle level or skin inside there in the belly has. So like that, or to come into remove the obstacles, outer level, everything, but come into the nature, but still you cannot attach to last way we talked, the clear or empty, any this kind attached to or stuck with that, but still you are not really seeing true nature. So true nature is beyond the conceptual. If you have a mind thinking about it's a clarity or this is a clear, is my nature, that's also dualistic, it's conceptual. Or it's empty, yeah, my mind is empty, that is the nature, but that's also dualistic. So that's why you very hard to get off that. And the hardest part, we can free from thoughts, we can free from emotions, but still you're stuck with your experience, kind of like you seeing your mind's empty, you attach to that, grasping to that. You're seeing your mind's is clarity, you attach to that, you fixation to can be that. You get blessing, your mind can have get blessings, you can be attached to that. So we have to go beyond in that. That is the hardest part. If you free from that three, then you are free from samsara. Samsara means within three realms, desiring. So you are attached to the bliss, you stuck in the desiring. You are attached to the clarity, you are stuck in the form realms. You are attached to the empty, then you are stuck in the formless realms. So that's why we wanted to free from the samsara, then we have to go through this. Like last way we talked the instruction for cutting through the web of samsaric existence. So the main point, samsara is three realms: desire, form realms, formless realms. And if even you don't have a thoughts, you don't have emotions, like your mind's drawer stuck there, that's also okay. But the first step, then that meditation, you cannot free from samsara. But even you free from that, your mind is attached to bliss, your mind is fixation to the clarity, your mind is attached to the empty, so still you are stuck in the samsara. So we have to go through that. That is called instruction for cutting through the web of samsara existence. So then this instruction for right now remaining in the equalness, which is like space, then you are free from that. You can be to the nature state. So now it's going to talk about the nature state. When you are into the nature state, it's not easy for the beginners. That's also giving here more informations. So it is not enough. Okay, so nature and making use of Rigpa's own self, knowing or self-luminescent quality. Even you recognize your nature, but that's not enough. Recognize is not enough because we don't have familiarity, we don't have used to habituate. If you have good bit instruction and you have a teacher, you can be recognized, but recognize not enough. Then what do we have to do? It is not enough. However, simply to understand the nature of Rigpa, you recognize Rigpa, natural mind, that's not enough. You must be able to remain in that state with some stability through developing familiarity. So we have to meditate, we have to practice. Yeah. And first, of course, you have to recognize, listening the teaching, follow the instruction, you have to recognize. Recognize not also not enough. We have to practice, meditate. So then meditation is what you recognize, that is you have to remain in that state. What you recognize, that you have to, used to that, you have to remain in that state. When you meditate means you cannot do any other than that. Sometimes meditation means you think you can do something different than what you recognize. That also incorrect. Some stability, so then you have to create a stability through developing familiarity. Then that is called stages of meditation, like first Pimi Bodhisattva, second Pimi Bodhisattva, all the levels, like qualities coming. Stability through developing familiarity. And so it is very important that without becoming distracted, you substitute constant mindfulness, so as to continue resting in an utterly natural state of awareness. What you recognize, you have to maintain that practice continually, constantly, often and often. So if you are used to, then not only you just doing like meditations, staying posture, so you can use that as like all the your activities, like remaining, you can remain in your activities in the natural states. That's only someone who has already used to. Then they can lay down meditate, they can eat meditate, they can walk in meditations. Usually the mind is always into the natural states. They're not lost. That is then, that if we get that state, then we are very easy to get Buddhahood. Almost they're ready. So our mind is first level is, we already shared the Zochin and Mahamudra. The water is like rushing down the gorges or something, right? Falling the waterfalls, like think about like that kind of our mind is a beginning mind. So beginning is hardest time, not easy. If you get the another levels, then easy. Same as the Genji River, like slow down. Yeah. Then go into the ocean. The water is going into the ocean. That means like our minds like become Buddha's mind. So that's all kind of like information is similar coming here. Then we have to maintain the meditation. That time, the maintaining meditation is not easy. The Mapan Rinpoche says that is not easy, very hard. When you are maintaining that state, at times you may experience a wiggle and draw state with no thoughts. You get all different source experience when you are into the meditation. So all this different kind experience you get, that is all is like our, ways of karma and habituate, all the samsara habituate, lifetimes, that experience is arising. So during the meditation, that's why beginner meditators, not easy. So main point, Mapan Rinpoche, he says here, we need patience. And, continue, keep going diligently. Then you can realize. So your minds become same as the Genji River, not the gorgeous water. It's like something rushing down, like that. So then your mind is easy to maintain in your meditation. Until that, not easy for beginners. So that's all is he giving explains here. While at the other times you may experience in unobstructed state. So see, sometimes your mind is like waking and doorstep with no any thoughts. That kind also you get when you meditate. So that is not incorrect actually, but even incorrect, we have to go through that. You just have to recognize what you're going on because you use these instructions. When you get that, you have to keep going meditate. And you cannot think I get realized, okay? Even you don't have a thought. That means you don't realize. So babies also no thoughts. They don't realize. Yeah, when the condition comes, the thoughts then arising. So that's experience like kind of many meditator comes doorstep with no thoughts. While at other times you may experience in unobstructed states. Santhar with no thoughts that has the clarity of vipassana. So no any thoughts, your mind is very clear. And also sometimes like meditators has some experience like you fear previous life, you can fear future life too. So that's, you know, this commentary says, and the meditators like can recognize could be, you know, some clairvoyance, other minds too. So that kind, you know, is called santhar, means like your mind is like no distractions, clearly knowing some other people's mind too. You also recognize your previous life too. But that means still you not realize it, okay? You are still on the path. So this experience is not for everyone, but maybe some people has. Even you don't have that, you don't think about my meditation is incorrect. You don't think that, okay? Some people has that kind of experience. No thought that has clear of vipassana. At that times, you may experience a state of bliss on which you fix it. Then you can get, your mind can get really bliss. It's joy, happy. So many meditators attach to that bliss. Mahamudra has says, cannot be attached to that bliss. If you attach to your bliss, you are stuck in the desire realm. So that is still causes of desire because you are attached to the bliss. Become stuck in the desire, not free from desire realm. You cannot be free from desire realm. While at other times you may experience a state of bliss free of such fixation. Sometimes you don't have any fixation to the bliss. This two is also go back and forth. You know, sometimes you have bliss with no any fixation. Sometimes you have bliss with a fixation. So whatever this arises, you just simply recognize and no fixation, let go. So main point is no accepting, no rejection. When this bliss arises, you no accepting means you don't attach to that, no fixation to that. No rejecting means you don't have tried to free from that. If you think, oh, still are in the samsara, so I wanted to go beyond that. If I don't want to have this bliss, that's also you rejecting the bliss. That's also obstacle too. So no rejecting, no accepting. Just simply recognize, go through that, your experience. At times, you may have various experience of clarity with the grasping. Then your mind's clarity is like sun is arise into your home like that, clear vision arising. So there's actually experience. We follow the words, but we don't have these levels like experience. We cannot really understand the main point easily. Someone who has this experience already, so they knows these words is clearly, they understand what they're talking about. If we don't have this experience yet, so maybe still we don't know, but when you meditate, you have to go through that. So good thing, you understand this, and then when you get this experience, no attached to that, no fixation to that, experience. And you have this clarity with the grasping. If you attach to clarity with the grasping, then you are stuck in the form realms. Even you are free from desire realm, but you stuck in the form realms. Yeah. While at other times you may experience a vivid clarity that is unsolid and free of grasping. Sometimes you are free from grasping, no attached to the clarity, no fixation to your clarity, vivid clarity, no attached to that, no grasping to that. But that means like you are not still maybe you are in the path. So some days coming back again, this fixation to the clarity is coming back to again for you. So anyway, when you not attached to the vivid clarity, but that time you just maintain in practice. You don't have to think about I am realizer, okay? Still kept going, practice, maintaining. At these times, you may have unpleasant and disturbing experiences. Sometimes your mind is unpleasant, unhappy feeling. So also some people, it's not pleasant in your heart level, and it's kind of like painful. And then you don't want to meditate. You don't want to practice the Dharma. So that's all. It's like you really hit to your grasping. That's the reason that kind of experience is coming. Your practice is working. Heart and the core is like antidote each other like that. This meditation, Mahamudra Zochin, the practice is antidote, really antidoting, fighting with your grasping. Remove your grasping and emotion, causes of emotion like ignorance. All this source of samsara is removing. That's why you get these feelings unpleasant and disturbing. Is you so much disturbed your mind, so much thoughts arise, experiences. So while at other times you may have pleasant and something experiences, then sometimes you really get, have pleasant, so happy and joy. Some people say that meditators, some is like laughing and so happy, wanted to give up everything, no any attached to, no desires, anything, like just kind of same is like laughing baby happening. So that time also no realizer. Okay, still you're fighting with your the causes of samsara. You cannot think about get realizer. Still you have to keep going, maintain and practice. So we are on the journey, on the path. So this journey is like like thinking about you walking on the road. In Tibet, like the Mapam Rinpoche, he used examples like he was born in Kham, is close to Amdo. So example, if I go to Lhasa, Lhasa is in central Tibet, yeah. If I go to Lhasa on the road, I have to cross the river. I have to cross mountain. I have to up to the mountain. I have to go down again. I have to go through very dangerous path. I have to go through, like gang people or thief, violence, like kind of that place, or have to go. I have to go through that. Kept going through the lhasa. So he said, like that kind, on the path, meditation, you have to go through this all the different kind of experience. Yeah. So you are not stay your home, okay? You are on the journey, on the path. So you seeing many different kind, on the road, seeing you many different kind of the object. You can see the different kind of house. You can see different kind of water streamings. You can see the big rivers. You can see the clubs. And you can see the mountains, like forest mountain. You can see snow mountains. You can see rocky mountains. You have to go all through that, yeah? So where you traveling to get far away journey. That kind, that same experience we get, many different experiences arising on the path, on the meditation. So at that time, you may experience on extreme, you may have pleasure in the sorting experiences, and at the times you may experience on extreme turbulence of thoughts, which carries your mind away, causing you to lose your meditation. So our mind is like so much distraction and unpleasant, so much emotion arises, so much kind of thoughts arising. So mind is burning in the fire. That kind, experience you receiving. So that is like same is like, Genji Mahamudra said, water falling in the like what are the falling the gorges or something, they have that is the exactly following we through that. And then also you can get this experience in the one session meditation. If you really into the meditation, I mean, first your mind is so much thought, like maybe first 10 minutes, it's not easy. So much thought. And also emotions, thoughts there. So then that is like, beginner's mind. Then you slowly, 10 minutes after, settle down your mind, slow down. Same as like Genji River, we says, slow down and kind of like, more your mind is slow down, but still thoughts is there. Emotion, thoughts there, but mind is slow down, settle down. Then you're really going into the natural state, maybe like same is like water is get into the sea, ocean, right? Reunion into the ocean. So like that, you can get experience this like one section in the meditation. If you meditate maybe 1 hour, you can go through this like beginning mind, middle of the practitioner mind, and the practitioner's mind. So we can go through all the time. That short term, we have short term experience. I'm just explaining you. Then of course this is a long term experience. Take longer time. Talk about whole life meditation practice. So you maintain, you never give up. You practice whole life. During the lifetime, you can be enlightened, or in the death, pardo you can enlightenment, or in the pardo you can enlightenment. So that is the meditation in this instructions, benefits. Is result is. So then why at other times you may experience unclear states of mind because of a feeler to distinguish between mental drownness and vivid clarity. So your mind, see, feeler or distinguishing between mental drownness and vivid clarity. That's two also like you thinking about it. So that's all source of like experience is arising. Why is this experience arising? The source reason is, this and other experiences come about unpredictably. And to an extent, you cannot measure, unpredictable, we cannot measure. So that's why only we can recognize this experience, what going on. You recognize, keep going, maintaining practice, no stop. Like various waves produced by the winds of karma and habitual thoughts, which you have cultivated throughout the beginningless time. See, this all the unbeginningless time, many lifetimes, our karmic imprint, habituates, is purifying. That's why this all different kind of source of experience arising. So your meditation is going right direction. When you have this experience, even you have so much thoughts, unpleasant, that's also your meditation is working, is going right direction, because your meditation is introduced to your grasping. Then you saying, during this experience time, actually you need a guide, teacher. So the teacher can tell you, if you stuck something, this experience so hard to you go through that, then maybe you have to stop sometimes, like go back to practice Yadam deity and create chant mantra accumulations. So you can meditate, go back to shamatha again, all different kind. You have to apply, your apply your different conditions, your meditation go right direction. So without a teacher and only reading the book, meditators never ever go through this experience. They're stuck somewhere else. Then if stuck somewhere else, they never ever get realized, never ever qualities arising, never ever purifying karma. So still stuck in samsara. Then you meditate years, still your emotions there. Maybe your pride is more strong, your ego is more strong, your jealousy is more strong arising. So that means like your practice is not going right direction. You need to find a teacher and do the create accumulation merit. So that's why we need Nindo practice means. And you have to go back to meditate 4 thoughts meditation too during this kind of experience. So if sadness arises, you meditate impermanent. Attached to bliss, you meditate also impermanent. So that's all helps using these meditations. So then it is as though you are on a long journey. So during which you visit all sorts of different places, some of them pleasant, some fright with danger, but whatever happens, you do not allow it to deter you and continue on your own path. Continue, keep going practice. Not lose your courage. Still you have to keep going. Otherwise, you cannot go through this obstacle. Obstacle is become, if you don't go through, the obstacle is going to winner. So we cannot enlightenment. Buddha means, it's called the victorious, right? Victorious means winner from samsara, these obstacles, emotions. So if you stop there, you don't keep going, continue, then we cannot wake through us become Buddha. So this wake through us is like permanently winner. And spring winner and wake through us is free from samsara, suffering. That's why not easy. If you have to winner from temporarily go to the better with fighting with the enemies, so hard that is like temporarily winner, but not easy, right? So this is like we are trying to winner permanently and wake through us free from samsara. It's not easy, so have to keep going practice. In particular, when you are not yet familiar with this practice, and you have the experience of movement as all manner of thoughts settle in your mind like a blazing fire, don't become discouraged. So when you are not yet familiar with this, it's for beginner, we are not yet familiarity. We don't have enough habitual at this practice. Then what we have to do, and you have the experience of movement, you have so much thoughts. So rivers falling down the gorges, right? So like that, so much thoughts. Our mind is so much rush and thoughts. As all manner of thoughts stir in your mind, like a blazing fire. Some Sarek beings don't seeing that. If someone don't have this instruction, someone don't meditate, they don't recognize there has this problem. So when you see you have so much thoughts, your mind is like so much movement, you get that experience. So that also good sign too, because you are on the path. Yeah, you are not stuck in your home, you're outside somewhere on the road. So you are on the path. Like a blazing fire, don't become discouraged. So don't lose your courage. When you have that, that's also a good sign too. We have to happy to recognize that. So stuck in the dullness, that is the hardest. If your mind is stuck in the dullness, no wisdom, you don't recognize this movement in your mind, you don't have this experience, then you always stuck in samsara. So you recognize this, your mind is like movement, all manner of thoughts stir in your mind. That is great sign, like a blazing fire. Don't become discouraged. Then what do you have to do? Maintain the follow of your practice. You have to maintain follow practice. You have to apply your meditation, different kind of practice, maintenance. Keep going. We have to keep going. Follow your practice without letting it slip away. You know, many people lost in these states, especially who don't have enough accumulation merit, can be lost here. And that's the reason require Nindo practice. So now you recognize why we have to do Nindo. You just go directly to meditate, easy, right? But some people don't have enough accumulation merit. It can be lost in this area. So then slip away and find the right balance. So you have to find the right balance so that you are neither too tense nor too relaxed. In this way, the more advanced meditative experiences such as attainment will occur one after another. So it comes like river is coming gorgeous down to the Ganges, is slow down. Then come to the ocean, it's become slow down like that. You go through this experience, you keep going, maintaining practice, your mind is slowed down. So you can get realized experience, then you get experience, such as attainment, where occur one after another. So when you meditate at that time, you cannot use intellectual, okay? Intellectual meditation is a different method, but this one we're talking about in the resting mind. We have these two sections, Vipassana, intellectual meditation, analytical meditation, and resting mind meditation, yeah? So this is the resting mind meditation. During your mind is in the resting, you cannot use analytical. Analytical is actually, right now, you receiving teaching, that is called analytical meditation, okay? Because you using your knowledge and understanding, you gaining your wisdom, through listening, teaching, using intellectual. So then when you practice, you cannot use analytical. That is giving here more information here, this section. At this point, investigate the distinction between the recognition and non-recognition of Rigpa. So when you meditate, oh yeah, this is a Marikpa, non-recognition. Yeah, this is a Rigpa. Okay, I recognize, I realize this is a Zochin. That is incorrect. When you are in the natural state, you have to let go. They don't have positive and negative in there. Okay. So you have to release both, positive and negative, both we have to release. Between Alaya and Dharmakaya. So this, already we talked what means like recognition, between the recognition and the non-recognition of Rigpa, yeah? Non-recognition is just mind is drawness. No thoughts, but draw, no wisdom, no awareness. Then Rigpa means you recognize, you have awareness. So when you are in the meditate, you cannot judgment, like, oh, this is a Rigpa, oh, this is no Rigpa. That is incorrect. Then between Alaya and the Dharmakaya, oh, this is Alaya, oh, this is Dharmakaya, also you lost. Alaya is like source of this all six consciousness. Yeah. So Dharmakaya is dissolve this six consciousness. Main point is. The also example is like water, dust is same as Alaya. Pure water is Dharmakaya. So where is a pure water come from? Dusty water is subtle dawn. Then it's become pure water arise, yeah? Then Alaya is become transformed to the Dharmakaya. Alaya means your mind has thoughts, emotions. Conceptual mind is called Alaya. Your mind is free from thoughts, it's called Dharmakaya. So whether it's a thunderstorm, it's called Alaya, same as, whether it's a clear, you see sun clearly, it's called Dharmakaya. So the difference is like that. When you have emotions, thoughts, your mind is called Alaya. You are free from that. You are free from conceptual, dualistic. That is called Dharmakaya. And between ordinary awareness and wisdom. So ordinary mind is with emotion and thoughts. Awareness, wisdom is like recognize nature. So this all is like different names, but actually main point is the same. No recognition is Alaya. Yeah. is also called ordinary mind. And you recognize it's called Rikpa.
Call mom, ask her when we need to go over there.
Or Dharmakaya.
Right now.
When you recognize it's called Dharmakaya, and also called wisdom. Through the master's spit instructions and on basis of your own personal experience. So when you meditate, maintaining practice, you have this kind of experience. Also, you arise this kind of thoughts. You don't recognize what is alaya, what is dharmakaya, you know, what is the ordinary mind, what is the ripa wisdom. Then you cannot your use like intellectual, oh, this is a maripa, this is alaya, this is an ordinary mind. Okay, then other hand, positive, this is a ripa, or this is the dharmakaya, or this is a wisdom. So you cannot use intellectual and cannot analyze. So then during the meditation, not easy to free from this. So why you have to go through this? You need a teacher. So through the master's spit instruction, you need a teacher to guide, to help you. If you need a GPS, right? You don't know the road, the path. So you need a GPS. Otherwise, you don't know where you have to go. If you guess, but still maybe you can be lost. That's why same is like the teacher spit instruction is the same as the GPS, okay? Through the master's spit instructions and on the basis of your own personal experience. Then if you are usually journey on the road, you also have your own experience how to go, you know, through. Even someone show you the path, but there, you know, some like have a muddy road, some has a water, you know, like big rivers and like rocks and many different kind. You have to know how to go through that, follow your experience. So not only listening GPS, right? GPS don't give you all these details. So you have to know what I have to do in the like step by step, go through the path. So that kind of you need experience like on the during the meditation on the path. The Mapam Rinpoche, he says, main point, when you are in the meditation, don't investigate, don't use analyze. Follow teacher's instruction, follow the Peter instruction, follow your experience. You can feel what you have to do, you recognize too. Direct personal experience. Then you get confidence. Have confidence in the direct introduction you receive. You can get your confidence. You get your own experience. So you really know you're doing correct, right. So that kind, someone cannot share you because your own experience, some other people don't know. Okay. And that's why it's follow instruction, but then also recognize your confidence, your own experience. This all have bring together. While you are maintaining this, so when you maintain this practice, if you don't have a teacher, you don't have instructions, you follow your own experience, that means we have already samsara experience. We always go to samsara, create some causes of samsara again. Yeah. And that's why these have to come together. Teacher, instruction, own experience, bring together, have to go to the right direction. Maintaining this, just as water clears by itself if you do not stir it. Water, you don't stir, you just naturally become water is clears by itself. Like that. Don't create you know, concept your thoughts yourself. Just be in the nature, you become in the maintaining practice meditating. So main point, let go all your this like conceptual and dualistic thoughts view. We have to let go and then just be in the nature. Don't use analytical. If you use analytical, then the water is you stir again. You know, you shaking again. You cannot see the clear. So that's why resting, main point is rest. Just as water clears by itself, if you do not stir it, your ordinary awareness will settle in its own nature. Then your ordinary mind means like, what is a Buddha's mind? Buddha's mind is like we talked here, Dharmakaya, wisdom, Rigpa. It is this ordinary, that mind, you know, we cannot find any other than that. So that's why this ordinary mind needs settle down. So that mind, you need to have to be into the nature, own nature. Yeah, you say, oh, this is my ordinary mind. You want to find Buddha's mind, not possible then. You cannot find any place. You leave your ordinary mind, you try to find somewhere else, not possible. Cannot be find anything else other than ordinary mind, other than you cannot find, other than that Dharmakaya, other than that you cannot find Rigpa. So that ordinary mind is Rigpa, ordinary mind is Dharmakaya, that ordinary mind is wisdom. So that's why ordinary mind needed to settle down its own nature. That's why all sentient beings are Buddha, means this nature provides all sentient beings. All sentient beings has this ordinary mind. Long as you recognize sentient beings, Buddha, not recognize it's sentient beings, samsara. So you need to focus mainly on the instructions which clearly show how the true nature of this awareness is naturally arising wisdom. We need to focus mainly on the instructions which clearly show how the true nature of this awareness is naturally arising wisdom. So follow the instruction. Then, you know, when you're into the nature, like we say, meditation, post-meditation. During the post-meditation, you have to study, investigate. In the meditation, then be in the nature. Yeah. So if you follow that way, then awareness is naturally arising wisdom. Your ordinary mind is become Buddha. Don't analyze with a view to adopting one state and abandon another thinking. So here says, don't think about, you know, in the meditation. Don't analyze, main point, don't analyze. Don't analyze with a view to adopting one state and abandon another thinking. What is this that I am cultivating in meditation? So I'm cultivating meditation. I am in this Dzogchen Pita instruction. I'm doing this practice. So in the meditation, you're thinking that your meditation is not meditating. You're cultivating thoughts and emotions there. Is it ordinary awareness or wisdom? Nor should you entertain all kinds of speculations or speculations based on the understanding you have gone from books, because drawing will only serve to obstruct both samadhi and vipassana. If when you are meditate, you using the analyze, or this is a meditation, or this is not, or this is I have to abandon, I have to accepting this, you know, you all using that kind thinking, your meditation is not going right direction. Same time also, you just read the book, no any teacher, guide, that's also not possible to realize nature. So that's why Mahamudra say here, you have gone from the books. You just read, no guide. I mean, that is many in the Westerner, we know people who get many books, you know, usually used to interpret tradition. Teacher says you can read that book, giving instruction, they read the book, but usually they don't read other some instructions books. But here we have already translated all these books. You can get in the Google or Amazon, everywhere, these books. So you can read, right? People read, then no instructions. Follow the book, and then you meditate. That practice never ever you get realized. Mean point is from the books, because the drawing will only serve to obstruct both samadhi and the vipassana. Okay, so you read the books, you can become kind of same as a scientist. So scientists is not free from thoughts. They have a lot of thoughts, they're going to crazy, you know. Meditators, no one going to crazy. So they're free from thoughts. They are free from emotions. Scientists, they create more emotions, more thoughts, because they read lots of books. Yeah. And study, investigate, too much investigate. When you are in the meditation, Mahamudra said, don't investigate anything. So he is also a scientist, but different scientist. Mahamudra is a scholar, high-level scholar. He has many commentary about Mayamika teachings. So that's all is analytical meditation. That is like, of course, like another hand, you have to, you know, serve the Buddha Dharma. You are wanted to be the chef for teaching for others. You must study this or the philosophy teaching, you know, Buddhist philosophy, and you have to maintain your lineage teachings. You have to write the commentary book and share the teaching. So that is another hand, you know, benefit for others. So this one is like different method. So focus from Mahamudra for uneducated people who don't know how to read, who don't know how to follow all this like philosophy traditions. So that's why he's sharing this. And also philosophers, when they are come to meditate, they have to follow exactly this instruction. You know, they don't have two paths to recognize nature, only one path. So you can analyze, on the other hand, you can debating with other, you know, scores, and you can create your view, you can create your meditation, you know, create means like, you know, your guideline, but main point is all is follow same direction. It's known thoughts, cannot analyze in this part of meditation. Okay, so now at some point in this section is most important when you meditate. So you have to bring the shamatha meditation, vipassana together. This two is like not separate, it's have to bring together. Usually meditators are like shamatha, okay, I'm shamatha meditator, the shamatha only. Sometimes the meditators, I'm vipassana meditator, they only vipassana meditate. But that also, some levels is okay, but comparing to Zochin meditation, incorrect. So you have to bring together shamatha, vipassana. At some point, the aspect of familiarity or shamatha, which here means settling in on utterly natural way with stable and continuous mindfulness and vipassana. So shamatha helps your mind is relaxed, stable, and then use that continually become mindful. You know, you guide mindfulness and take to the vipassana, which here means the awareness that knows its own nature by itself. were merged together automatically. Shamatha Vipassana merging together automatically. That's a really good instruction here. Yeah. So usually meditators, they don't merging together. Of course, like mostly non-Buddhists who don't have instructions, they only meditate the shamatha, not vipassana. The vipassana meditation takes beyond the samsara. Shamatha meditation is in the samsara, within the samsara. So you can reborn to this formless realms or form realms, free from like maybe desire realms, shamatha meditation, but cannot take to the, free from samsara, not beyond the samsara. The vipassana meditation take to the beyond the samsara. But vipassana need the shamatha. Without shamatha, vipassana cannot be, can be realized, because mind is not stable, then how you can get realized? If your mind is shaken, you cannot see the nature. The water is dusty, then how you can see the clearly water? Not possible, right? Clearly seeing water is a vipassana. The dusty water is a subtle drawn is shamatha meditation. So that's why this have to merge together automatically. Naturally by itself, as it metrically, when this happens and you gain some stable familiarity with it, you come to understand how the shamatha and the vipassana, that are the pro-modal stillness of the natural state and the clear light of your own nature, have always been inseparable, and the naturally arising wisdom, that is the wisdom mind of Dzogpa dawns. That is the Dzogchen meditation. That's Mahamudra. So that is the called vipassana. So no, it's become all is one. All this different water streaming is reuniting into the sea and the ocean. Yeah. So like that. This part is most important. You have to read again. Shamatha vipassana bring together. Then you gain this stable familiarity with it. You have to meditate, like, of course, maybe sometimes you only focus shamatha, then sometimes you only focus vipassana, but then you focus one by one each. Then after that, you bring together. That also possible too. So then you meditate that way, your wisdom is arise. Your omniscient wisdom is arise. That are the pro-modal stillness of the nature state and the clear light of your own nature have always been inseparable. That nature is always been with us. And the naturally realized wisdom, that is the wisdom and the Dzogpa dawns. That was the instruction for remaining in the equalness, which is like space. So that part is the essence of this teaching. So then this instruction called remaining means like maintaining your realization, and then the equalness, like all these meditations bring together equalness, which is like the space. So you already, the boundaries is gone, no more boundaries. It's the same space, one space. That is called the Dzogchen meditation. Okay. So now the next is a kind of more summary. Is where this teaching is come from. I think looks like, Mapam Rinpoche, where he get this instruction, which teaching he based on. So that is coming here. The glorious Saraha said, the Mahamudra, he said this teaching is he based on the Saraha teaching. Saraha is all the yogis, king of the yogis. Yeah, Saraha is the Nagarjuna's teacher. So Nagarjuna is a king of the philosophers. the Saraha is a king of the yogis. So this instruction is Mahamudra, he based on the Saraha teaching. What Saraha said, having gone beyond thinker and thinking, remain like a young child, free of thoughts. This is the way to be. He also said, okay. Saraha said, beyond the thinker and the thinking, no subject and object, yeah? No action, maybe no subject, no action. There, no subject is like person and no object, the thinker. Thinking. Thinker is a okay subject and the thinking is an object. We don't have this to remain like a young child. Young child don't thinking about what I did yesterday. They don't think about what I'm going to do tomorrow, okay? So mothers maybe recognize that. I don't know this young child, what they have thoughts, but here Saraha says, young child, he don't think about yesterday, he don't think about tomorrow. When they only always be the present. When they're hungry, cry, right? Then they don't think about when they already have get milk from the mother, then they don't think about the tomorrow my milk. How do I get that? So that's why child don't have much thing, free of thoughts. This is the way to be means that kind is the first step. We have to use that first step. That is no meditation, okay? Child didn't recognize Zochin. So we create that kind of one step. Yeah, first step. That's why, and in this first instruction, there has a, the instruction, the crack opening the egg share of ignorance. When you leave your mind, that go back to the other, like that what he says, when you leave your mind in a state of natural rest, without thinking any particular thoughts, and at the same time maintain some kind of mindfulness, you can experience a state of waking, natural, apathetic, indifference, called lomati. No means land where your consciousness is drawn and blank. In this, where is not where any of this clear insight of vipassana, which discerns things perceivably, and so the masters called it marikpa, no recognition, ignorance, unknowing. So that is the first step. He says, since you cannot define it and say that is what it is like, or this is it, such a state is called lomati, undecided, undetermined. So I don't have to read again. That is, he already told the first part. So that kind of, you have to first step, otherwise you cannot up to in the Rigpa Dzogchen meditation. The Saraha, exactly, he says, you free of thoughts. You don't have a thought, but you don't have wisdom. You don't have awareness. Free of thought. This is the why to be means like this is to be first step. Okay, you be in that state first. Then use this instruction. You have to recognize what's going on in your mind. Hey, Yamin, can you mute? Okay. he also said that is not Zochin. That is first best on. You just don't have much thought. Yeah. And then easy to, if long as you have this instruction, you easily recognize what's going on in your mind. If you be all the time in this kind of meditation, then you can reborn to the animals like fur bearings or what they call the like sleeping in the 6 months in the under the grounds. That kind of like, you know, take the birth. That's why you have to recognize, bring awareness, mindful and recognize, not stuck in the dullness. Free of thoughts. That is the way to be. Then he also said, focus on the master's words. Then you need teacher's instruction. You can be stuck there, you need a teacher. And apply great effort. Then you have to put effort, use teacher's instruction and use this teaching method, and you have to apply awareness. Great effort. Then if you have received the master's instructions and introducing you to your Rigpa, and you get in the blank state, you know, blank state, then that person need a teacher to introduce Rigpa. Okay, so otherwise you stuck there. In the future life, you can be reborn to the animal, you know, for bearings or something, for birds, or they stay in the underground or something. They don't eat food, sleeping 6 months, something like that. Yeah. We don't want to reborn that kind of the life, right? So we need instruction. We have to bring the, you know, Rigpa awareness. There's exactly same thing. I think Rechongpa, you know, Malarepa's disciple, you know the Rechongpa. When Malarepa meet Rechongpa, he asked him to log to your mind. He went to log the mind. I think it's a 3 days, like he don't recognize how to bang 3 days. His feeling is like just no long time. It's 3 days, is so fastly gone. He didn't recognize. So, but his mind is, that time Rechongpa, his mind is blank state, no thoughts. He can be there 3 days easily. Then he come back and Malarepa, he showed the Mahamudra instruction for him. So Malarepa also asked him to lock your mind and practice. So he get in the blank state. Then he introduced Mahamudra after that. Saraha also, see, he giving this instruction. The Mapam Rinpoche, he followed, same is the Saraha instruction here. Rigpa, there is no doubt. If you receive the master's instructions introducing you to your Rigpa, there's no doubt that your inherent nature will arise. You really recognize your own experience, then you understand clearly, no doubt. Rigpa arise. As he says, so then, as he says, the naturally arising wisdom, that is mind's inherent nature, that our nature mind, and which has always accompanied your ordinary mind from time immemorial, were dawn. So we have this ordinary mind. That mind is like always come with us, lifetimes. Same time we have that natural mind is always there, you know, not actually separate these two. But we are always be in the ordinary mind. Natural mind is the ordinary mind essence. We didn't see the essence. If you see the ordinary mind essence, that is called natural mind, that is called Ripa. Ordinary mind from time memorial were done. This is not different from the inherent nature of everything. So that is not different from the ordinary minds, not different from the Ripa, not different from our natural mind. That is natural mind. The main point is that ordinary mind, our natural mind is same. Ordinary mind is introducing to the natural mind. Yeah, it's very clear that it's I have some verse I can check. Jigten Songgo, he has really beautiful words for this too. Jigten Songgo's words is okay. What he says, Jigten Songgo, homage to the Guru Jiva. This uninterrupted stream of thoughts is finally to be known as gonesis, I think. It is not necessary to search somewhere else for the view. This undistracted ordinary consciousness is finally to be known as practice. It is not necessary to search somewhere else for the practice. Your own mind, which has never been separate from that, is finally to be known as being the Buddha. It is not necessary to search somewhere else for the result. See, that's exactly same in this instruction. Jigten Songgon just really focus for ordinary mind that is introducing to the nature, inseparable. So next Saturday, Sunday, I want to share this. And Jigten Songgon has many this kind of like short instructions for realization, song of realizations. I want to share that next Saturday, Sunday, like, you know, these instructions from Jigten Songgon. All these instructions very similar, different ways, you know, they're sharing because of their own different ways, they have own experience, they use different method. It's really beautiful. Long as you have all these teachings together, and when you meditate, practice, you really recognize this, realizes how they bring all these instructions, you know, the together kind of like introduce us. Our mind is introducing Buddha. Ordinary mind from time limited were done. This is not different from the inherent nature of everything. And so it is also called the genuine clear light of the fundamental nature. Nyuma Tongjo Usar, Tibetan called Nyuma Tongjo Usar, means that is like always being there. That's called Nyuma Tongjo Usar, light of the fundamental nature. Therefore, this approach of resting in a completely natural state and maintaining the recognition of your own nature, or Rigpa, the very essence of mind or the nature of phenomena, is the pit instruction that brings together 100 spiritual points in one. So 100 spiritual teachings, points in one. All the teachings bring into the one. So actually, see, all the streaming water is reuniting to the ocean. So like that. All this teaching, different kind of instructions bring into the one Pita instruction. What is the one Pita instruction? Is what just I talked here. This one, therefore, this approach of resting in a completely natural state, no judgmental, no conceptual, no kind of dualistic concepts in there, and maintaining the recognition of your own nature. So then you maintaining that. Mind cannot follow clarity, cannot follow, it's empty, cannot follow the bliss, like joy, something. So whatever arising, you have to just recognize, no attach, no fixation to that, your experience, then become your mind's own to your nature, or Rigpa. The very essence of mind, or the nature of a phenomena. So is that the corporate instruction that brings together, all the teachings bring together 100 crucial points in one. This is also what you are to maintain continuously. That you have to maintain and continuously. That's called meditation. So meditation means you don't have to do anything. You just maintaining what you recognize. Let go all this conceptual mind. Yeah. Meditation is the most easiest thing, but most complicated thing too, because our ordinary people don't have the experience, like no used to, this samsaric habit is so strong. Conceptual thoughts is so strong, not easy to into that nature. Actually, you don't have to do anything, let go everything, recognize where you are in the state, then that is meditation. You are to maintain continuously. Then the true measure of your familiarity with this is the ability to maintain the state of a clear light during sleep. So then how you recognize that your meditation is going right direction, how you get your qualities arising, you practice is affected to the emotions, your practice is introduced to samsara, how you recognize that. It's followed by dreaming. The dreaming means like it's beginners, practitioners. Higher realizers, no any dream there for them has, no dream. So that all is called wusar, means like wusar is like always be in the clear nature states. They don't have day and the night. Okay? They're always a sun shining. The main point. Yeah, sun is like never, sun didn't have a day and a night, right? But here our precepts, where you live, you have the day and the night. So like that, realize there's no day and the night, no sleeping. They're always in the true nature states. They go back to sleep means they go into nature states. So they don't have a dreaming. Dreaming means still you have dualistic. You have this, still you have a, habituate, samsara habituate, samsara karmic imprints. So then that is arising in the dream. So then how you will recognize the true measure of your familiarity with this is the ability to maintain the state of a clear light during sleep. Sleep you can recognize, maintain the state of a clear light during the sleep. So the meditators say maintain the state of a clear light during the sleep means they're maintaining the state of a clear light. This clear light is you can maintaining, kept going, no dream. But goes for sleep means you lose that maintaining. Okay, that is go for sleep. That means that person has a dream. Realizers never lost that one, maintain that state of a clear light. Is go to the sleep means they go into that meditation. They kept going whole night. It's come back to daytimes, like they don't have a dream, they don't really sleep. But they're resting, mind resting, body resting. Yeah. And so then meditators in this section is the many levels, the which kind you are, like practitioner, like you are beginner, or you are middle, or you are just like good meditator, or you are really good meditator. It's so many levels. Actually, you can create the 9 different levels called 9 yanas. Yeah, Tantra has called 9 yanas. All this like state is bring the different levels, go into this state of a clear light during the sleep. So ordinary people, when you meditate daytime, when you go sleep, you cannot maintaining that state of clear light. Do you? Anyone here can, maintain the state of clear light during the sleep? Someone who is here volunteers, we need that person.
Rambo, may I ask you? You
So,
are asking about
Caution, please, after teaching, caution.
I apologize.
Yeah. So no one actually kind of maintaining that, no one means like, I don't think so we have here. No easy. So who has that kind of level? That means like become yogi. Naropa and the Telopa, Marpalosa, Malarepa, with supplication to them, right? They are in that state. Okay. So then during this sleep, so there also different levels how can maintaining that level. So then the signs that you are on the right track on can be known through your own experiences. Then you can recognize your own experience through the also sleep during your dreaming, how you can maintaining. So day and night is become, you can bring together, means like inseparable. That means you have good high level practice. Your own experience. Then also your practice has if going right direction, like if this is the like ability to maintain the state of, then also your true measure of your familiarity. Another measurement is followed by the dream. So you can no loss in the when you go sleep state of clear light. Then someone lost, but they have levels, different levels. We cannot share all these levels here today. No time to do, and even not important too. Just you have to recognize the meditators kept that state of clear light during the night to horse in the sleep. The signs that you are only the right track will be known through your own experience. Then you also can get your faith, means your devotion is become strong and strong. Your devotion is arise to Guru, devotion is a Dharma, devotion to Sangha. So your strongly devotions arise. So you seeing like one of the Buddha's image, naturally arise devotion. You see the Guru's images also arise devotion. Kind of feeling is really connecting to that, very strong. So that is a sign of your meditation is going right direction, and it's your meditations like become affected to our emotion. Ignorance, removing ignorance too. Then compassion. So you see some, like suffering beings. arise compassion to them, very strong arise compassion. Then of course, like you recognize or like sentient beings used to your parents. So the best on compassion arise means like love, compassion is arising. Then you have like become, love. We really, your heart, really wishing every being has happiness. You really strongly heart arise. Every sentient being has free from suffering. That arise your mind and heart very strong and connect with other beings. No bias. So no attachment. Unconditional love, pure love arise to other sentient beings. So that is the sign of your realization, Mahamudra and Dzogchen realization. Then Mahamudra Dzogchen meditation actually bring the unconditional love and compassion arise. So you practice Mahamudra, then go back to think about arise devotion to Yidam deity, Guru, teaching. You practice Yidam deity, very easy, connect with that Yidam deity. You meditate Mahamudra, Dzogchen, really truly arise love, compassion, other beings. So, in this case, today, what I'm sharing this teaching is Pitta instruction. Pitta instruction means like don't follow the kind of step by step. So you do something, you get something. Do you understand? And otherwise we say, okay, you cannot do meditate Dzogchen. It's very high, very deep. You only focus for Hindu, 3 years. Then after it say, okay, you start the way of Bodhisattva 3 years. So then we say, okay, generation stage 3 years. You take that step by step. It's long way to take. No easy. Yeah. So you create love, compassion is followed by more school education way. And that is like not easy to arise unconditional love and compassion for others. So, because without this realize Mahamudra and Dzogchen. Okay. So that's why this Dzogchen meditation, Mahamudra meditation, when you practice really unconditional love, compassion arise, then truly devotion arise to Guru and Yidam deity. So that's why we have 2 paths, like you have to bring together, not only follow one all the time, right? Example, like you also have to follow by step guideline too. Then sometimes you receive these Pitta instructions, you go and the big door open, big door open, then you practice this and also create another way to your realization. Then also go back to again other way, the step by step, instructions, go through that again. So all these source we need together. Otherwise we cannot realize. If you following only one way, if you have only instruction, Pitta instructions, you don't know other hand, like how to step by step. Example, you don't know Hindu practice, you don't know shamatha meditation, you don't know 4 thoughts meditation, you don't know love and compassion, then you really cannot arise compassion, true compassion too. You cannot realize too. So you can be stuck somewhere else. Could be you stuck in the, it's no awareness, dullness state. You stuck dullness state. Even you think I'm going to meditate Dzogchen Mahamudra, you stuck in the dullness state. So that's the reason we need this create accumulation instructions too. And then another hand, we need this Pitta instructions, use this. So this all bring us to become enlightened in one lifetime. Do you understand? So we are lucky this time because Garchin Rinpoche, due to his compassion, he shared these laws, Mahamudra instructions, Zochin instructions. So he really wanted to help us to liberate. Yeah, that means he not require Hindu practice. You can do Hindu practice, that is great. You know, sometimes people say, oh, Garchin Rinpoche give empowerment, Dzogchen teachings, Mahamudra, no require Hindu sharing, but that is not correct, you know. Required means like you have to do, but still he due to his compassion, he's sharing these teachings for us. We have to understand that. And he really knows like samsara is whole suffering, whole difficulty. And without these instructions, and much ever he can share, so we can have these teachings. And at the same time also, we go back to create another hand, you know, followed by step also instructions too. Meditate four thoughts, meditate much ever we can create accumulation, merit, other hand, you know. The other hand, you go back to into the Mahamudra Dzogchen meditation. So that way we can become free from samsara. Otherwise, not possible. Followed by only also like some tradition where it's like no easy. You know, tradition, some is the same as the country's law. So country law is you know, law is, we know, so law is like some laws is not necessary, you know. Okay. Even you don't know the laws, you can do something too. Yeah. So anyway, like that, you can have to go both method, wisdom, create both, no falling one. So that means when you get a chance to receive empowerment. When you get chance to practice Yadam Deity. When you get a chance to do the Hindu accumulation merit, do that. And then you can do meditate, like you can do one day and everything too. So we meditate the morning. We did a chant all the Yadam Deities morning, mantras, create accumulation merit. And now we're sharing these teachings. Now you can go back to meditate, yeah. So then afternoon, sometimes like you can go to like do generations, the generated, like giving generosity to others too, something, you know, like you can help for others. You can do many things, like you can practice 6 paramita. So you don't have to think about only I can do this and no others. We can do everything one day. Even one day, within one day, we can do everything. Okay, so we have to bring together instructions all together, no falling one side. That means, like I told you, Garchin Rinpoche, he not break all the rules, but he, due to his compassion, we sharing these teachings. At the same time, you have to go back to do the other create accumulations too. So then, where we are. Okay, compassion and wisdom were increasing automatically. So compassion, wisdom naturally arising. You cannot think about, I want compassion. You want compassion, you have to do something, you know. You have to create a cause, right? You want a result, you need to create a cause. If you don't create a cause, you want a result, not happen. Even samsara we knows. If you want to get a good job, you need to study and you have to get good education, then you can get a good job, right? So otherwise, you not possible to get a good job. Think that way, you know, we have to create a cause, no wanting result. Want a result, people wanting result, don't create a cause, then that is just you create yourself suffering. Okay. Then that affect your mental, you get mental problem. So you don't create suffering yourself. Don't think about the result. You want the result, create a cause. We have to know where is this compassion is come from? Where is this wisdom is come from? So this all is arise from this different kind of practice dharma created. All this different practice dharma arise wisdom and compassion. So that realization, wisdom will increase and automatically. So that realization will come easily. And so you will experience few difficulties. So few difficulty, not much difficulty, no hardship. Follow these instructions. Okay, why is few difficulty means main point is no difficulty. Yeah, meditation, Mahamudra Dzogchen is most easiest one we can do, but we can create most hardest one, create complicated one. Yeah, very simple one create complicated, very easy one create hardest. So actually meditation, you don't just think about anything, let go everything, be in the natural state. That is the maintaining Mahamudra and the Dzogchen. That's it. No any hardship. You don't have to do pause station. Yeah. You don't have to create all the like millions of mantras. So this just says like less hardships, only maintaining your awareness. That's it. Maintain the state of clear light, clear light. Then you can be certain about how profound and civilly this approach is if you compare the realization it brings with the realization gained only through great effort in other approaches. You really practice this teaching, then you really recognize how this teaching is performed and fast, very quickly taking into the Buddhahood, enlightenment. So without any difficulties, much comparing to follow the step-by-step practice. Takes eons, you know, other way. So Buddha Shakyamuni, he go through 3 eons. He is a sharp faculty. Buddha Shakyamuni is sharp faculty, but he followed the sutra tradition, take 3 eons to become Buddha. Okay. And use this Buddha instruction, take 1 lifetime, become Buddha. So how quickly path. The realization is bring with the realization gain only through great effort on the other approaches. So then you recognize other approaches, you study other teachings, takes a longer time, and comparing to this very easy. As a result of cultivating your mind's own natural clear light, the obscuration of ordinary thinking and the habits it creates will be naturally clear away. Sang. So sang je, we say Buddha means sang is purifying. Sang is purifying. You meditate Zochin Mahamudra on natural clear lights, then the obscuration of ordinary thinking and the habits it creates will be naturally clear away. All our obscurations, eons, negative deeds, obscurations clearly purified, naturally clear away. So you just maintain and practice naturally purify all eons karma, eons negativity, obscuration, or purifying. Then that means the sang is like purifying sang. And the true aspect of omniscient wisdom will effortlessly unfold. J, all the qualities your unconditional compassion and bodhicitta, wisdom, omniscience is arise. So that means it's a J, effortlessly unfold J. Effortlessly, you don't have to put effort. Just maintaining, meditate. Used to habituate, kept going that, naturally gone all the obstacles, naturally arising your wisdom, omniscient wisdom. Yeah, you don't have to managing something. I want to happen this, not possible. I want to create this, not possible. Okay, I want to purify my karma, not possible. You don't have to do anything that. You don't have to think about, I want to purify my karma. Just meditate, you purify karma. That's it. You know, you don't have to create omniscient, just meditate, naturally arise omniscient wisdom. So that's why it's called easiest path, easy. No hardship, no difficulty. This you get the strong jade with this as you seize the stronghold of your own pro-moral nature, the three kayas will be spontaneously accomplished. Then you have become Buddha. So three kaya, Dharmakaya, Sambhonakaya, Nirmanakaya is you are arise to become Buddha. So that means like you are already Buddha. Your ordinary body, your ordinary speech, your ordinary mind is become three kayas. Arise, three kayas. So then the conclusion performed Gaya Samaya. This performed instruction was written by Mapam Rinpoche, Mapam Jamper Dorje on the 12th day of the second month in the fire horse year 1906 for the benefit of village yogis and others. Village yogis, we are all village yogis, okay? Yogis, yoginis, just you can say another extra on yoginis there too. Yogis, yoginis and others who were not able to exert themselves too much in study and contemplation, still wish to take the very essence of mind into experience through practice. It has been set out in language that is easy to understand. So he used all languages very simple, easy way, and not using language is for the scholars. This using language, he says, like more for formally, like easy way to understand. But translation to English, but maybe it's just the same, you know, not much difference. Experience through practice. It is being set out in language that is easy to understand. In accordance with this experiential guidance of a great many old realized masters, virtue mangalam. That is called for the dedication. Homage to the Lama, inseparable from Manjushri, the embodiment of wisdom, without having to study, contemplate, or train to any great degree, simply by maintaining recognition of the very nature of mind according to the approach of the Pitta instructions. Any ordinary village yogi can be, without too much difficulty, reach the level of Vijayadhara. Such is the power of this profound path. So finish. That is usually when we finish in the Sheda teaching, you have to read also like first page again. That means like you're going to keep going again. You're not done. You say, I want to share again this teaching. I want to do again. So that's why you create your karmic imprints, you know. Then that's why when you finish the teaching and go back to again beginning, so read sometimes we read this first page. So that's I did, okay? You don't think about I did something another you don't have. Where is this teaching going? I need this. You already tapping in the I know chart. Where is that page? That page is in the first one, okay? Take care of your finger, don't have the chart. That's it. It's there. It's in the, you have that. You have to know you have that. Thank you, everyone. So we finish teaching today. And you have any questions? I can take the questions. Next Saturday, Sunday, I'm going to go through the Jigten Songgon's this realizers, realization, bit instructions. So it's wonderful ones we have. That really helps, follow this teaching.
Thank you for this teaching.
Yeah, thank you, Kempola. I thought maybe if this is all right, I'll go through the questions in the chat, and then anyone who wants to ask you directly can raise their hand.
So if you write already chat also okay, but you wanted to just directly comes from you, it's also good too.
Maria, she asked, is it okay to say, when I recognize a thought, can I say, yes, I recognize when in meditation?
No need to say anything. Just no reject, no accept. Let be there and go away.
Okay. Bakan Nam asked, was Sahara a student or disciple of Shiva?
What is?
They asked if Sahara was a student or a disciple of Shiva.
I really don't know that. Saraha is a high realizer yogi. So I shared last week how he realized, seeing the reflection moons in the water, he get realization. So he's the king of the yogis. I don't think so Shiva or that one's disciple.
Okay. For the Dzogchen practice, does it help to diminish our personal importance, our ego, in our daily relationship with others and with ourselves, and follow Mahayana precepts besides sitting and performing the Dzogchen section itself?
Can you read the first part again?
Okay, so as far as practicing, I'm going to try and, for practicing Dzogchen, is it helpful? And I think this is in post meditation, to decrease our ego with when we're working with others and follow the Mahayana precepts.
Yes, of course, yes. Yes, all the qualities increasing, decreasing, all the negativities, like negativity. So no, we no need to talk one by one, just everything, negativity, everything is going to decreasing, all the positive is increasing.
Okay. How do you maintain Rigpa during your sleep?
No, that is you meditate, we have to use to, and then when you're ready to go sleep, also meditate, then just for sleep, that helps, I think, create. So you wanted to maintain Rigpa in the sleep, that is a result. You have to create a cause. Cause is you have to practice often and often, you used to habituate, then that is, or naturally you have that level.
Okay, next is Ed. You usually ask on your own. Do you want to go ahead, Ed?
Go ahead and attempt it, Marilyn.
Oh, thank you, Ed. Okay. What is the difference between letting go and rejecting during meditation?
Oh, just simply recognize, don't rejecting thoughts, emotions, no accepting, that's it. Just recognize, let be there, go away.
Joanna has asked, is Rigpa state similar to a state of hypnosis?
What is a hypnosis?
Hypnosis is when someone puts you, they take control of your mind by suggestion. Joanna, did you want to go into that yourself?
Hello?
Yes.
Sorry. Yeah, I know someone who was doing recently like a meditation, and it was like a hypnotherapy when you basically are not attached to your mind anymore and your thoughts, but you're in a state of like calmness and you're very aware of what's happening. And you can experience, I don't know if it's emptiness or what it is, but it's like like a quiet space. So I'm wondering if if the hypnosis is similar to Rigpa.
Oh, really don't know the experience. Could be, if you meditate and use that kept going, have to practice meditating and then also read the instruction again. What you receive, that teaching, listening, and kept going, maintaining. So then helps. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Then Alisa, she has the rest. Hey?
There's more questions in the chat. Do you want to do the hand raise first?
Hand raise first.
Okay, so the first one who raised his hand was Andres, actually.
Andres, where's Andres?
Hello, Kenpo.
Hi.
Thank you for give the precious teaching. It is very fortunate for us. I want to ask, what is your personal tips to remind yourself in the recognition of Rigpa in the day?
Persona, what do you say? Can you say again?
Personal tips. What do you usually do to remind yourself of Rigpa?
What do you usually do to remind yourself that you're in, or notice that you're in Rigpa?
Yes.
Yeah, it's just use mind for awareness. Then meditate this shamatha, vipassana, and bring the, like go into the Mahamudra. Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Kemodroma, please. Kemodroma.
Rinpoche, the
Tashi
beautiful Tashi Delay, and thank you. This has been wonderful. Rinpoche La, the quote you read from Lord Jigten Sumgun, the first line, I couldn't understand the word. You said thoughts are to be known as, and then it sounded like connate something. I couldn't distinguish.
So we can share this next week. It's okay for you?
You're going to teach this next week?
Yes.
Excellent. Thank you.
Yeah, I want to go follow this one by one. And first, I'm going to put together this different song realization. Then everyone has, then I share one by one. We can discuss on that day. Thank you, Okemo. Okay,
Melissa.
so then next. Melissa? Okay.
Thank you, Rinpoche La. These teachings are so amazing and profound. When you were talking about resting meditation and analytical meditation, you said when you meditate, do resting meditation, following these instructions.
So, yes, analytical is right now we are analytical meditation. So listening, teaching, and you using your knowledge, investigating, it's called analytical meditation. And the resting mind means like you just let go everything, be in the nature.
Okay, but my question is that you then said you do analytical meditation in the post-meditation state. But I thought the goal was for was to be able to rest in natural mind during the post-meditation state instead of doing analytical meditation.
So post meditation is just generally, you know, we doing eating, cooking is called post meditation. Sometimes people can maintaining that practice. So then that rest in mind. So this analytical meditation and rest in mind is called both are meditation.
Right.
Post meditation means you're not meditating, no listening, teaching, no meditating.
But
When we finish teaching, so then that is called post meditation.
but
So it's like everything has like 2 sections. You know, like you, example, when you're going to practice the Yidam Data, you starting chanting prayer is in the meditation. We call meditation. It's an intellectual meditation, analytical all the way. Then you dissolution is called, you know, like you can say that is the meditation, not analytical dissolution. You are stay in the nature. After you finish prayer, everything is called then it's post meditation. Okay, thank you. So then next,
thank
It is Myra, M-I-R-E.
Meyer.
Did you?
Can
Myra,
you hear my?
you're muted.
Can then and
Can we-
Andres, right? Another is Andres.
No, Davor is next.
Hello. Is it possible later on, when one is stabilizing meditation of Mahamudra, in the post meditation, is it possible to think and meditate Mahamudra at the same time? I mean, I wonder, for example, the great masters like Garchen himself, when somebody asks him a question and he thinks about the answer, and he answers, can one be at the same time in Mahamudra and talk to another, you know, have a conversation with somebody? How it goes? Do we think and then get back to Mahamudra, or can it be at the same time, or how it goes?
Okay, so first, like we have post meditation in the meditation. Beginner, ordinary people is totally different, but then meditators, they bring together one by like more close together. So become Buddha means reuniting, like don't have it separate. Post meditations become one. And then this high realizer yogis is post meditation is almost in the meditation similar, because they're always mind is maintaining in the awareness, with awareness, mindful with awareness. Yeah. So then that kind of ability, I think there has ability to giving answers at the same time. There can be mind is be in the awareness in the nature. So I really don't know. That is a different experience. We don't know. Yeah. Thank you. Yes.
Maggie, I believe.
Excuse me. Thank you, Kambula, very much. I just want to know if you can, is it necessary to take the loan, and can you give us the loan?
Oh.
For this, yeah.
So you receive everyone received the beginning to end, right?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
You did, right? You have a loan 100%.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Then,
yeah. All right, I think that's fine. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, so also I can do next week the long too.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Claudia.
Remind me, I promise long next week, okay? Someone remind Debbie or
Promise
Marilyn or
last week.
someone remind me.
Okay, there's still a lot of questions in the chat, but I can keep doing the raised hands, whatever you prefer.
Okay, we have a less raise hand, first raise hand.
Okay, Claudia.
Rinpoche, today you said that in the meditation, a lot of emotions and thoughts can come up, and it's a good sign. So they have to come up to purify them. But how do you know? This is a good thing. But how do you know if you're not getting crazy? How can you distinguish? Is this good as a result of meditation? It's good to go through. Or maybe it's wrong. You are on a complete wrong track. How to distinguish this?
Oh,
Email
so that's why is like two things have to the instruction with the teacher. And when this happening, instruction with the teacher, then kept going effort. And also another, no in this teaching says, but so in the Mahamudra, other teaching like recommend to go back to practice Yadam deity and supplication to Guru, create accumulation merit. So all this method you have to cultivate again, like, method, create a love, compassion for other, and that kind of practice you have to go through that time together. Yes, thank you. That question is great. That's the hardest one. We don't recognize crazy or purifying karma. I don't think so. Everyone gets it. Some people have that kind of, very strong feelings. And due to their wing and the channel, this different individual has a little bit different senses. So that's why everyone has a different experience. They don't get always the same experience. Yes, next.
Linda.
Okay, very simply, Kempola, thank you for your beautiful teaching. So, Zochin, clear light, sleeping. Is this the same as lucid dream yoga, or is it different?
Yes, it's like people who can really meditate. Dzogchen, that is a dream yoga.
Is dream yoga.
Dream yoga means in the when you go sleep, lost your. No. That's awareness with clarity.
Yes. Good.
Yeah. You're welcome. So that has many levels. Your question is just generally. I can't give generally answer, but it's lots levels inside that, depending these realizers.
Yes.
Meditators. We can go that section, talk about days. Yes. No answer there. Thank you.
Okay, Jim asked, as all phenomena and appearance are the display of mind or the reflection of mind, is mind looking at mind simply when we observe phenomena?
That's all correct, yes.
Okay. And the next question, I don't have a name. So in my meditation practice, I improved when I started looking at the space in front of me, focusing my attention on the area of the pupils of the eyes with low breathing rate. Is this correct?
So look to the space is better, you mean?
Yes.
The look to the people's eyes harder, or what is that?
It improved when they looked at the space in front of them, focusing the tension on the area of the pupils of the eyes. It must be the deity. Did you, whoever wrote this, did you want to ask the question yourself?
Yes, please.
They may not have a mic.
Okay, then that answer is questions I didn't get to understand clearly. Can you go next one?
Yeah. According to the secret mantras, Guru Rinpoche's emphasized the importance of training in the winds and the channels to purify the karma winds. Are there any recommendations for this?
Guru Rinpoche, what is Guru Rinpoche says?
To focus on your channels and winds.
Focus channels and winds purify karma.
Yeah.
Oh, so in today this teaching, not talking about anything wind in the channel. So just maintaining your awareness practice, then that's everything for purifying karma.
Okay.
Channel wind also included, or that part is like purify channels, karma, purify wind, everything. Clear up. Yes.
And how important is dream yoga?
Important, but people, if we don't have enough this habituate meditation, then not possible to dream yoga. So dream yoga is another, I already give you answer, result. So we wanted that result. You have to create a course like practicing, maintaining, used to habituate strong this practice. Yes.
Okay. Sky says, let's do this again. It's teaching again.
Okay, sure.
Lots of thank you and appreciation. I'm still going.
I want to do again this teaching too. Yes. Then
I'm going through that. It's mostly just thank you so much and a lot of gratitude for this.
Genla is
yes.
Kempo Musel my root guru.
Who?
Kempo Musel is my root guru.
Your root guru?
Yeah.
Yes, why not?
Thank you.
Yes. That's realize the masters never passed, always there. You can feel your spiritual energy. Yeah, never pass. Long as you have enough devotion. So guru means like also long as you have devotion, really, even you don't meet, it can be guru too. Some have a really connection. You think about that guru and your clear your mind, helps your spiritual guide and get blessings. So even you never meet face to face, it has karma connection.
Pavel asked, how does awareness know its own nature by itself? What are the main characteristics of awareness which knows its own nature?
That's only just instruction, guru's instruction, follow the Pita instruction, meditating on experience. We have that already in there today, right?
Okay.
Yeah, own experience. The own experience come from guru's instruction and practice this maintaining meditation. Then you know.
What's the difference between Zochin and Mahamudra?
Oh, that's I really don't know. So Zochin teachers say Zochin is the highest one. Mahamudra meditators and Mahamudra is the highest one. So there I see only just different kind of words, different lineages, but instruction is like or is follow kind of a very similar same. just some people has a connect with more Dzogchen, some has more Mahamudra, some has both, you know, like just it's depending. Think about the Malarepa, he said he has connect with the Mahamudra. So he get first teacher is Dzogchen teacher. He shared the Dzogchen for Malarepa. Then the teacher told him, you meditate this daytime, you have become day Buddha. You meditate this night time, you are night Buddha. Night become Buddha. So even you meditate, your end of life, you are Buddha. Something he give like very high, you know, words or instruction to him. Malarepa so happy, enjoy. He said, oh, I'm luckiest person in the world. So he think I don't have to do anything. Just he sleeping. 3 days or something, like sleeping. So then teacher called him, what happened you? He said, it's nothing happened. I'm just sleeping because you told me if you no meditate also become Buddha. You told me like day meditate, day Buddha, night meditate, night time Buddha. So then he told him, oh no, I did it wrong. I did the wrong instruction for you. You don't have a connect with the Dzogchen. You have to go to Mahamudra, find your guru, Marpalota. That's it. Yeah.
Okay. Is ordinary mind same or different from nature of mind?
Can you say again?
Is ordinary mind the same or different from nature of mind? And what's the difference if they are different?
If we don't recognize, you know, like that's a ordinary mind, we follow the thoughts, emotion, then it's ordinary mind, follow the conceptual. It's free from conceptual, free from thoughts, emotions. That's called natural mind.
Kwan has a question, and I think there's still more in the
Actually,
chat.
yeah, natural mind is always there, but you know, like it's natural mind, recognize natural mind, or that's a little bit, that's hard to explain that part. Natural mind is always there, but we are always follow the ordinary. We perceive ordinary. That's called ordinary mind, right? Ordinary people perceive always ordinary. And then realizers is always be in the nature. They don't have this conceptual.
Marilyn, can I ask my question? I'm sorry. Thank you. Hi, Kempo, it's Coin. I have a question. So if when I'm doing my actual sitting meditation, and then thoughts falls, and then everything basically drift into this empty space, but it's a really clear awareness of what happened at the beginning to the end, but there's light. Now, the situation is when I'm sleeping and all the thoughts and the dreams drifted away, and I have this raw awareness again, but there's no light. So I know that I was in the sleeping state, that my body's still there, everything, this raw awareness, clear, but it's just, there's no light. So I was wondering, what did I do wrong or differently between my sitting meditation and when I have the same awareness in that state of sleeping?
Oh, Con, thank you. So you have a good experience. You just follow its instruction, its maintaining practice, and you can change the body's posture too. Then just you have to keep going maintaining, and sometimes also you maybe create some accumulation practice, follow Yadam deity or guru yoga, something that's also really helps like your experience comes like right, and Then another is you cannot attach to like experience, like you cannot have like expectation, like, oh, I don't have a awareness or clear light. That's all is comes like so many condition comes together arising. We cannot create one cause, create like that experience, like, you know, you talking about this mind, clear lights. So I don't know the answer. I hope your question is I understand.
Thank you, Campbell. I think that I'll ask more and contemplate it more and practice more. And then when I see you back here, I'll inquire more. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Marilyn.
Thank you. Chris asks, is Dharmakaya revealed after the dissolution of Nada above the seed syllable?
So that's follow the generation stage, right? Generation. The Nada means you meditate in Nada, dissolving is a generation stage. Then after dissolved, you into, if you know the Zochin meditation, then you go into the absolute state. It's called completion meditation. We call completion meditation. Then you can into the nature. So completion Zochin meditation. After Nada dissolved. When you have a Nada, so that's called generation meditation, generation stage. Dissolving or is like generation, but then dissolve generation after is called completion meditation. It's Zochin, Mahamudra, or is either one is correct. That's the question. Answer is correct or no?
Yes, thank you, Kempala.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, the next one is the direct introduction to Rigpa already given to us during these instructions, or is it a separately given in an empowerment?
Or in this instruction has. Yeah.
Wonderful.
With also empowerment too.
Okay, wonderful. Maria asks, can you also teach dream yoga one day?
I don't know the dream yoga.
Okay.
I don't have sadhana, dream yoga sadhana.
Okay. Rita asks,
yoga, just like say this, like you maintaining this practice is dream is also practicing. If you don't practice a daytime, then day also dreaming too. So long as you practice this, that is dream also transform to the day, and like this is actually dream yoga practice too. Yeah.
Rita asks, when it's difficult to meditate after a day of work, it helps me to make prostrations and the 9 purification breaths before meditation. Is that okay to do before this meditation practice?
That's wonderful. Yeah. Yes. Some people create really tired body, they meditate. That's really help for someone who has monkey mind.
Okay. Pavel asks, how does awareness know its own nature by itself? What are the main characteristics of awareness which knows its own nature?
That is all whole about of this teaching. You know, what beginning to end, all this instruction is answer for that question. It's very profound question, but answer is so general, and all this instruction is for answer for that.
Focusing on the ground, as opposed to focusing on being aware of appearances are both our results, but which is the ultimate, the union of awareness and appearance?
I didn't get it. Sorry about it. Can you say again?
So if Victoria, do you want to ask the question yourself? Maybe you can word it better than I do.
I was trying to figure out, okay, so when I'm meditating, I have two different things that are experiencing. One is where I am focused into the ground, where the appearances dissolve. And then there is the focusing or mindfulness of the appearances and seeing and experiencing its emptiness. There are two different experiences that I'm experiencing. One is the appearances have no inherent existence. I'm only focused on one thing, that is the ground, and I lose sense of everything. There is no separation. There's just this one. And then there's another view where I am focused on the emptiness of the appearances themselves. So they're like two different kinds of views for me. And I don't know if that's natural or not, but that's what's happened. So I'm trying to figure out if I dissolve the appearances and I'm experiencing the ground, I'm experiencing a unified state, a oneness, there's no divisions, there's no separation. But then if I'm here in this world as a sentient being, then running around on the other side is doesn't work too well. So then what I do is then focus on appearances, but I focus on the emptiness of those appearances. It's a different.
Okay, wait, your conscience great main point. No focus any these things. Always have to let go, release, and not try to figure out anything. That cannot figure out because whatever we try to figure out is called conceptual mind.
Yes, that's true. Very
so nothing to figure out there, and just be into look to the nature and that be in that way, and then don't have to think about the appearance is empty or not, is it come from mind or not. So that is become go to analytical, not resting mind.
Right, got it. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Welcome.
Okay, how is this teaching related to to attain complete enlightenment? I thought Thogal is essential.
Trek Chu and Thogal. So Trek Chu is cutting the thoughts, like same as all the practice is a Trichu actually. Trichu, cutting the thoughts, emotions. Thogal is, I think, main point is you realize, get realization beyond this conceptual. So it's Gar means like you already go beyond. So you first step is a Trichu, you have to cut all these emotion thoughts, meditating, resting mind, you can get into the Thogal, enlightenment. Yeah.
Trinley asked if we do the meditation before sleeping, how can we sleep? Won't the clarity keep us awake?
Meditate like resting in the nature mind. You can first sleep because most people easily go sleep. It's no thoughts, the thoughts keeps wake up, cannot go sleep. So meditation means no thoughts, no emotions, your mind become peace. Then your body recognize have to go sleep, just going sleep, fast sleep easily. Yeah, no kept waking up. Thoughts, emotions really kept waking up, cannot go sleep. That's why, people meditate easily for sleep, means like you just let go thoughts, it's become no thoughts, easily go fast sleep.
Trish said, I love the story that Milarepa was giving Zochin instructions at the beginning. Do we know the name of that Zochin master?
Yungtong Trojar. I don't remember exactly his name. Yungtong Trojar. We can find. That's easy, yeah.
Okay. There one more question in the chat, and then we can go to Valerie. Do we need to observe where mind comes from, abides, and goes to in this meditation?
Mind, can you say again, mind?
So do we need to watch where mind comes from and rests when we go into this meditation?
Yes, watch, rest, yes, rest. But watch means maybe you still cultivating. Analyze, analytical. Watching means like you really looking something, is then it's thinking, thinker, right? Thinker and thinking. The two cannot be there. So Saraha says, don't thinker, don't thinking.
Okay. And then Valerie, you're next.
Thank you so much, Rinpoche. I'd like to ask, could you please tell us a little bit about Khenpo Munsel?
Oh, Khenpo Munsel?
Yes, please.
Oh, it's hard to give you just like short time, you know, Khenpo Munsel, but Khenpo Munsel is I can share with you short way is when cultural revolutionary during that time, then there's many teachers are stuck in the prison. So I think it's most older teachers is gone, and who realizes mostly gone. So when he get in the prison, so the all this young, like example, Garchin Rinpoche, many like that. So there, of course, they have some teachers before, but then not yet practice much. Many young Rinpoche like that. So then he Khenpo Munsel has already education studied. He's already Khenpo and he has all these teachings and he has practiced all the levels and he has realized. So he give teaching in the prison and for them, he training them in the prison and secretly giving teachings. So they are who receive teaching from him. So there everyone is realized become after 20 years. So that is the Khenpo Munsel. Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So kind of he bring this meditation instructions like how to say, the before cultural revelation there has many yogis, but they're all gone, and then he is the just bring into that for the, you know, for kind of lineage bring to the after cultural revelation still, you know, is the lineage is there. Practitioners, he created them. So actually there is like many like that yogis, like same as Khenpo Munsel, but we talk to Khenpo Munsel a lot. Its reason is Garchin Rinpoche, he was in the prison, he received teaching from Khenpo Munsel. That's why we the you know lineage connection we sharing. Yes.
Thank you so much, Khenpo and everyone. That's all the questions now.
Thank you, everyone. So see you next week. Tomorrow is off day. You can join the practice meditation then starting 9 o'clock, I think. I'm traveling tomorrow.
Do we need to do dedication, Khenpo?
Yes, we're going to do dedication. So next week, I'm going to share this Jiktin Sumgun. So that's I'll let you know again, reminder. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you,
Khenpo.
Thank you. Okay. Get some rest.
Maho in the center is a marvelous Buddha Amitabha boundless light. On the right side is a Lord of great compassion. And on the left is Japan is the Lord of power me. All are surrounded by limitless Buddhas and Buddhist powers. Immeasurable peace and happiness is the bliss for pure and of Devachi. We and all beings pass from samsara, may we be born there without taking samsara rebirth. May I have the blessing of meeting Amitabha face to face. By the power of the blessing of the Buddhas and the Bodhisattvas of the 10 directions, may we attain this aspiration without hindrances. Tiyata Pinsandriya Avambodhanaya Soha. Bodhicitta, the excellent precious mind, where it is unborn may it arise, where it is born may it not decline, but ever increase higher and higher. By this virtue may I achieve omniscience. By defeating all enemies' confusion, may all who travel on the waves of birth, old age, sickness, and death across the ocean of samsara, as Manjushri Vero realized ultimate state, and as did Samantha Bhatta will follow in the path, and fully dedicate all the merit for all sentient beings. May the teaching of Great Gompa Ranashri, who is the omniscient Lord of Dharma, Master of interdependence, continue and increase through study, practice, contemplation, and meditation until the end of the samsara. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Kempo.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Kempo.
Thank you very much, Kempo.
Do happy traveling, Kempo.
Thank you so
very, very much.
Thank you, Rinpoche.
So precious.
Be well.
Have a good
Bye, Kempo.
Thank you, Kempo.
day, Kempo.